You alleged too that Nicole Murphy had relations with your ex-husband. Were you two friends?
Mm-hmm. Birthday parties. I've been to her house. She was at my bachelorette party. But you know what? At that time, my mother told me then. She said, you know, but you got to watch that one there. And I was like, who? I said, the one dancing? She said, yes, that's Eddie Murphy's wife. She said, you got to watch that one.
Current wife at the time or ex at the time?
I want to say, I think she was still married. Mm-hmm. They were still married. And I was like, no, you know. And so, you know, when your mom tell you something about new school, you feel like you old school, you know. And she was right.
Nicole Murphy has always been known for staying in her lane and avoiding unnecessary drama. However, when it comes to LisaRaye McCoy, things have always been tense beneath the surface. Their friendship took a serious hit after LisaRaye openly accused Nicole of interfering in her marriage to Michael Misick, despite the two women once being close. LisaRaye didn't hold back. She labeled Nicole a homewrecker and claimed she had a reputation for pursuing married men. But Nicole isn't here for the drama or the name-calling. She brushed off the accusations and kept it moving. That said, if LisaRaye thought her past actions were harsh, she might be facing something even more intense now. Word is, the conflict between them escalated behind the scenes, and Nicole allegedly started showing interest in LisaRaye's new partner, possibly as payback for being publicly shamed. At this stage, it's hard to imagine these two reconciling. There's just too much bad blood and unresolved conflict. And for those who might have forgotten, it was LisaRaye who first aired their dirty laundry publicly. Remember when she exposed Nicole for kissing Antoine Fuqua, Lela Rochon's husband, while on vacation? That scandal was a major blow to Nicole's image, with people accusing her of trying to wreck Fuqua's marriage to get him for herself. When LisaRaye began dropping receipts, the situation escalated fast, pushing their feud to a whole new level.
The thing is this, when you're a woman and you're grown, let's handle it like a woman. Let's talk face to face and let's get it out. But here's the thing. I sat with her a couple of months ago, longer than a couple of months ago, about 6 months ago. And
this was after the alleged affair?
Before.
Okay.
And I said, let's talk about it, because I waited a very long time for you and I to get like this right here, face to face, you know? Okay. And
no, she's talking about Nicole, not me.
Right.
Relax.
And we had a good conversation because she said to me, you know what? We're two older women that look good that's in the business. I hate this. And I do too, because I hate when we can't bridge the gap between women. You know, we should not be in that position.
Right.
I will say this.
Back when Nicole Murphy was engaged to Michael Strahan and they were preparing to walk down the aisle, rumors started swirling. Allegedly, LisaRaye got involved and sent Michael some evidence suggesting Nicole might not have been entirely faithful. Whatever she sent must have raised serious doubts, because Michael ended up putting the wedding on hold. Eventually, the engagement was called off, and the couple went their separate ways.
Here's the thing, Lela and Nicole have reportedly been close friends for years, and they travel in the same circle.
And my thing is this, plus, you know, you're not talking about it all the time. That friendship stuff?
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Well, but listen, the whole internet's on fire about it. Even your sister, the brat, LisaRaye McCoy, jumped in social media and said, girl, Nikki Murphy, you went after Lela Rochon's husband too? Shaking my head so wrong again.
Ooh, wait, hold on.
So what's the fine print of the tea? Like, did she go after LisaRaye's husband when she was married to the...
Absolutely. When my sister was the first lady of Turks and Caicos, absolutely.
What?
When LisaRaye was questioned about why she continued to call Nicole out so strongly, she didn't hold back. She explained that Nicole had been involved with Michael Misick during the time he was still married to her. But what really stung for LisaRaye wasn't just the alleged affair, it was the betrayal. Nicole had been someone she considered a friend, and to have that trust broken in such a personal way made the situation even more painful. According to LisaRaye, everything she said was completely true.
That's true, absolutely true.
So what happened exactly?
Just what you said. She messed around with my husband. Here's the thing. We've all done something that we regret. We've all made mistakes, and we all have to learn from that. But when you start doing it and being messy enough to do it amongst family, how does a family kiss turn into a I'm sorry apology? Like, what do you mean? You didn't know that she was married? We all know that she was married. And that was 20 years. That's history. You don't do that amongst friends.
Right.
Because there's no loyalty.
Right.
There's no loyalty, and you got to look up, and your person that you invite into your house and you celebrating your birthdays and going to games with, you got to look up and they're in Italy with your husband.
Right.
How'd you find that out?
I had checked the manifest of my plane, because we owned a plane. And so when you check that list, it says all the people that have rode on the plane. And she didn't ride on it with me. And nor did she receive an invitation from me. So if you had a girlfriend that has her own island, I would think that you would call and say, hey, girl, I'm coming, because I was getting everybody to come. So why you would accept an invitation from him and you don't even know him is unbeknownst to me. I don't know how that could happen. Do you? I guess not.
I never owned a private plane or
not that part.
no, I don't know, but meaning, yes, this is too rich for me. The manifest of the list, like, damn. So you saw her name on the list.
Mm-hmm. And I tried to call her. And, at first she said, no, I haven't been to Turks and Caicos. I have not been. And it was like, well, wait a minute, And then I called again, and then she stopped answering the phone. So at the time she was dating, at this time,
Michael
when
Strahan?
I found out, she was dating Michael Strahan. So I called him. And I said, hey, do you know anything about this? And, we talked or whatever. And I said, well, let me send you a tape that I have of proof, And so I did.
What tape? What was on the tape?
It was a tape of her and Michael where she was dropping Michael off at the private airport in her car. And they opened the gate and they pulled up to the plane, and she gets out and he gets out, and I go, oh, I didn't know y'all knew each other. And I'm gonna leave it right there because that part is my business. The other part is someone else's business, which I've never, would speak on. But for me, that was enough. It was like, wow, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Friends don't do that now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that I would think an enemy would do, or somebody that I just don't know. But someone that you have to watch your girl. Where I come from, south side of Chicago, that's an ass whooping. That's an ass whooping. Period.
Here's the twist. LisaRaye admitted that, although there's no chance of rekindling their friendship, she's not looking for ongoing conflict. She mentioned she'd prefer to keep things civil since they often move in the same social circles. However, word has it that Nicole isn't buying it. Reportedly, she's not pleased with LisaRaye speaking out publicly about her, only to later try and play the role of the peacemaker in the situation.
It may be social media. No. Social media took on a mountain of its own. And like I said, listen, it said I broke up somebody's marriage, which is absolutely false. I never did that. There was a statement released by that ex-husband saying it's false. And no,
you're talking about when LisaRaye got involved and said you slept with her.
Yes, and it's not true.
Well, she talked real greasy on social media.
I know, it's not true. First of all, her husband released a statement.
That's the Caicos King.
Yes, saying it's not true.
Yeah, I saw that.
Nobody focused on that issue. No one, they just focused on
bed with Roxy, so. Just saying.
If LisaRaye believed that Nicole getting involved with Michael Missick was a betrayal, what Nicole did afterward made LisaRaye want nothing to do with her. Remember back in 2011 when rumors started swirling about LisaRaye dating Pastor Noel Jones? When those whispers surfaced, LisaRaye quickly dismissed them, saying there was nothing romantic going on, that he was just a spiritual mentor and friend. However, Pastor Noel Jones wasn't in a hurry to shut down the rumors like LisaRaye was. He let the speculation linger, even playing with the idea on his reality show, Pastors of LA, about whether LisaRaye could be a pastor's wife if he fit into her world. It wasn't until much later that he publicly clarified they weren't a couple. But according to insiders, the rumors were more than just gossip. The two were apparently involved in getting serious, until someone else entered the picture. Now, take this with a grain of salt, since nothing's been fully confirmed. But word is that when Nicole caught wind that LisaRaye was moving on with someone she knew, she struck back hard, aiming to hurt LisaRaye where it mattered most. Nicole shows no remorse for her actions, believing that if LisaRaye could interfere with her relationship, then her involvement with Pastor Noel Jones was fair game. However, the public reaction wasn't in Nicole's favor. Many online criticized her, saying she should have let things go once LisaRaye stopped bringing her up. Comments flooded in. Nicole Murphy, that was low. Sitting there laughing on that couch, it wasn't a moment, it was a mess.
Nicole Murphy, you're disgusting. You sat on that couch and you laughed. It ain't no moment, it's a mess. You wrong for that. You the type of women that let these men be evil. They gotta have some help, and women like you are that type of help.
You're the kind of woman who enables these men's bad behavior. They need backup. and you're giving it. Women like you are exactly the kind of support these men rely on. One person said, Nicole Murphy is stunning, but it's shocking how cold-hearted she can be. Getting involved with your friends' husbands is just low. Another commenter added, I don't get how Nicole ended her marriage with Eddie after he cheated, only to have affairs with her friends' spouses. It seems like she cares more about staying desirable than maintaining her friendships with LisaRaye or Lila. What do you think? Was Nicole justified in getting revenge, or should she have just left LisaRaye alone? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you in the next video.